Welcome back to Stellaris. I have modified the UI scale to 1.2. UI scale thing in Stellaris isn't ideal because it makes the font look a bit washed out. But it is better than everything being very tiny, so I will deal with my grievances of the washed out font, and hopefully nobody will mind that we have some washed out fonts, and maybe it's nicer to be able to read. Also adjusted the volume slightly more because it was a bit loud, I noticed in the first recording. So back to business. We can build another science ship. I also wonder if, well, we need more pops before we can build more buildings here. Tunefix and Betabyte have gained levels. Can we build a colony ship?
Star system charted.
No, we need 200 alloys for that. Mercy has been charted. Let's recruit another leader, another scientist. Carefree, Raxir. That sounds good. Plus 35% speed to anomaly research. Raxir is also a female, and that means that I have no name currently that I can use for that, so Raxir will just have to be Raxir. I can't change the sex of the scientist, so can of course just ignore the ignore that, just pretend. I think we'll do that. Let's just pretend. And if someone takes offense to it, let me know, and I will. Let us go. And I will, of course, undo the name. This will be Groundbuster. Star system charted. Good. We can adopt a new tradition. Hyper-adaptive evolution. Reducing the physical frame of our thinker drones to little more than a minimal life support system for their overgrown brains has proven very efficient. They are fed and cared for by other, lower-order drones and can focus exclusively on perfecting their area of study. Leader experience gain increased by 25% and also leader level cap increased by 1. We'll adopt that. Here we have ocean worlds. Those are habitable by us. Although not at optimum, I think they will be yellow. That's fine. They're still colonizable. That is the important part. Now, one of the things that is slightly inconvenient about... the construction ship isn't doing anything. Slightly inconvenient about being Devouring Swarm is that it is very difficult to actually explore the galaxy, because as soon as we find an empire that blocks our way, we can't get across them. We have discovered a new archaeological site. Oh, that's something that I haven't done before. Interesting. This looks fun. Difficulty Hell plus. Okay. Right.
Anomaly found.
Let's leave that be. Catherine isn't high enough level yet to actually do anything with that.
System charted.
Ishmael has been surveyed. Let's send Groundbuster on to this system.
Technology secured.
we have completed the research of quantum theory, exploring the mediation of fundamental forces through subatomic particles. Okay, let's take synaptic enhancers. +5 research speed is too good to pass.
Construction complete.
And we got that, so let's move on and grab Astro. No, I need the alloys. So let's send this thing up here. Let's build a mining station there.
Star system charted.
Plantoids has been surveyed, so let's send Catherine on there. This is a size 12 world, and this is a size 23 world, with lots of generators. Nice! Are there any decisions we can make here? Synapse drones on the planet. What is this? I've never seen that specific resource before. Synapse drones on the planet each provide +1 menial drone output and +2 stability. Artifact relays? I have no idea what this resource is. Did I take away population or something? No, we're not going to have stop the population growth. We are, on the other hand, going to create a colony ship, but we can just do that by clicking colonize here, I think. Yep. And this place will be... You know, I'm not going to bother with that. So this will be Humic Prime. I can rename them later if I need. However, I would like to see what kind of planet it is.
Technology secured.
We have completed the planetary unification. Gives us 2 more unity per month, and we have more edicts called campaigns. Ancient warring tribes, historical nations in conflict, now unified in empire. We must not and will not crumble. Let's get the eco simulation so we get more food.
Anomaly found.
This science ship isn't doing anything. We found an anomaly. Routine, let's research it. Grab some credits for those minerals. Puzzling polygon. The CGV Caledorix crew has recovered the reflective polygonal object near HAL 863, bringing it on board for detailed study. The object's most intriguing quality is its ability to reflect most types of low-frequency energy beams directed toward it. High-frequency energy beams, however, remain unaffected, making the object's properties useless with regards to any potential fleet defense applications. Despite extensive examination, the CGV Caldoric's research team has been unable to determine the function or origin of this peculiar polygon. It appears to be hollow, but its metalloid surface is engraved with some kind of scientific notation. Though the full meaning of this codified data eludes us, Groundbuster believes it relates to wormhole metrics. Our research team was able to glean some fascinating insights into wormhole theory by studying these notations. Whatever purpose this object was created for, however, is still a mystery. 250 physics research gained.
Anomaly found.
Another routine. Yeah, I won't read these. I'll read the results.
Star system charted.
Excellent. Let's move on to this one.
Technology secured.
We have a technology, coil guns. Coil guns are more powerful versions of the early mass drivers, using electromagnetic coils to rapidly accelerate projectiles towards targets. Let's get nanomechanics next for 15% more 20% more engineering research output. We can build another building here.
Star system charted.
Okay. Karabnar civilization encountered. We have detected the presence of a primitive alien proto-civilization on Ardoct 3A in the Ardoct system. Food! Our probes show that their Neolithic culture has mastered fire and developed a rudimentary spoken language, but we have yet to see any evidence of metallurgy or written communication. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. Interesting. We'll leave that anomaly be. Asteroid fossils. Fossils from what appears to be several species of aquatic animals have been found on the barren and airless surface of I-11-63089. There are indications that the surrounding asteroid belt was created from the remains of a shattered planet, and these findings seem to confirm that theory. Judging by the fossils, the planet supported life and was at least partially covered by water. 150 society research gained. Alloy foundries.
Construction complete.
Let's build another alloy foundries. Contact report primitives. We have confirmed the existence of a primitive alien culture. They have yet to develop FTL capability, handicapped as they are by their fragmented individuality. Interesting. That one is done. Let's send it there. This tradition is done. So I think we'll go with the synaptic broadcast. Through strategic application of synaptic transmitters, we can broadcast the will of the hive across an entire planet from orbit. The effect is that POPs working with research have their upkeep reduced by 20%. Let's adopt that. And this ship can... well, we lack 13.
Construction complete.
The colony ship is done. Excellent. Catherine of Sky has leveled up.
Anomaly found.
We found a routine anomaly. Let's do that. Now we have enough.
Anomaly found.
Another routine anomaly. Star based in Gatria. Sorry. Oh, that is something that I need to do. Fleet manager. How did I... Not fleet manager, ship designer. Do not auto-generate new designs. And do not auto-upgrade either. Don't want it to be a picket ship, I want it to be a missile boat. This will, I think this is a corvette, so let's just call this corvette. Or rather, core missile. Core. MIS. Save. Did that? Oh, there's a very bizarre sound there. I thought it was from outside of the game.
Colonization in progress.
Lord of Tentacles Caledorn has leveled up. The Tentacle One's colony. Our colony ship has gently touched down at the mouth of a large river delta on one of the several continents that can be found on Umik Prime. This temperate, forested region will serve as an ideal first landing site. The ship has been permanently converted into the administrative headquarters of the new settlement, and its reactor core is in the process of being removed so that it may serve as the colony's temporary power source. Hundreds of small tents and prefab shelters have sprung up around the former starship's massive hull as colonists begin to disembark in large numbers. The Tentacle One's city on an alien world. A great day for the Swarm of Tentacles. I guess I shouldn't have had the D in front of that. It'll be fine though. Edic, monolithic. Ardoct 4A is uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, but not unvisited. Its surface is littered with tall cenotaphs carved from some mineral not native to the planet, evidently placed here by some artistically inclined spacefaring race. The monolith's flowing lines deftly chart a history so fantastical it must surely be fictional. Surely. Image them for the archives and we gain 350 engineering research. Then we have a glancing hit. While approaching Bristol 2A, the CGV Zedorex suddenly received a glancing hit by several passing mass driver rounds. The projectiles were billions of years old, and based on their trajectory, they appear to be stray rounds fired from a neighboring galaxy. After missing their intended target, they continued on their journey for untold millennia until today. The rounds we have recovered are of an advanced design despite their incredible age. 132 engineering research gained.
Anomaly found.
Another routine, let's take that. So, what does the current scientist pool look like?
Anomaly found.
Nothing of interest. EC. Can construct additional modules here.
Construction complete.
Let's quickly pause. I don't know what SMSB Eng support is. Let's go with a station reactor. As for buildings, we don't have the alloys necessary to build anything. Deceptive giant. What we had assumed was an abnormally small gas giant is in fact not. Beneath the deceptive cover of thick dust swirling in the upper atmosphere lies a regular planet. A barren planet, but a planet nonetheless. This has proven quite embarrassing to the astronomical community on Kraken's Cradle. Groundbuster gains 200 experience from that.
Anomaly found.
And we have found a strategic resource. During its study of LA43PO, the CGB Zederix discovered deposits of rare crystals. These crystals have properties that make them extremely effective at focusing laser beams, and they are also a critical component in most advanced electronics. In addition, many cultures treasure them as decorations and adornments. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control of the system for future exploitation. And we have a routine anomaly.
Construction complete.
Let's get the energy mining stations. Towed asteroid. For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around Opriliuk 1. The massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface, although they have long since been rendered inoperable. Whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they began. Okay. Now we're getting plus 19 alloys, that helps.
Star system charted.
We're done there, so let's move on to the next one. Nefri's Pride. The armed vessel discovered in orbit of LA43PO is an abandoned military spacecraft called Nefri's Pride. Its light frame and evasion hardware suggest it was built for long-distance patrol missions, but it has since been retrofitted into a long-range stealth bomber. Records of the ship's comms reveal it was hijacked by a rebel guerrilla on its way to perform a strike against a secret complex called the Xvan Labs. Said to hold a weapon so powerful it could win them the war when they were shot down. We have extracted the ship's destination from its navigational drive. Send a science crew to the lab.
Situation log updated. Construction complete.
That one is done. Let's get the other one.
Star system charted.
This one is done, so let's send that one up there.
Technology secured.
And we have completed the eco-simulation technology. Farming techniques can be further refined through sophisticated computer simulations of different environments and weather patterns. This allows for more predictable crop yields, plus 20% food from farmers, and we have the farming subsidies edict. Food processing facilities? Or hydroponics farms? Let's go with the hydroponic farming.
Anomaly found.
Routine. Rare crystals down in Brustam. I don't think the hive mind bothers with consumer goods at all, since everyone is just drones.
Construction complete.
Good. Let's move on to grab Ishmael, so we can grab Hantaran and colonize one of those ocean worlds.
Star system charted.
Excellent. Let's move down there. Automated shipyard. While conducting their survey of Rukbat 2A, the CGV Caldorix detected the remains of an automated shipyard in orbit. It is at least 1,000 years old and seems to have been subjected to a heavy missile barrage, but one of its manufacturing bays is still in working condition. Science Officer Groundbuster is confident that power can be restored to the shipyard, but it would be a significant project.
Situation log updated.
Let's research that project. The X-Van Labs. And we can adopt the final tradition here, databank uplinks. High-capacity quantum bands dedicated to databank transfers make possible virtually completely synchronous research operations across vast distances. Research station output will be increased by 10%. Boom. And now we have plus 10% research speed since we have adopted all discovery traditions, and we have also unlocked an Ascension perk slot. Now, I'm not familiar, we don't need that. Raiding bombardment. Interstellar Dominion? Nah. I think we'll go with the technological ascendancy, to be honest. One vision, that could be useful. But actually, the only thing we would get from it is 10% unity. Mastery of Nature, it's not as good as it once was. Executive Vigor, that is useful later on. Transcendent Learning is a very good one. But we'll go with the technological ascendancy. Technologies that would have been indistinguishable from magic mere generations ago are now within our reach. A new age of technology has begun. Plus 10% research speed, rare technologies now appear at 1.5 times the normal rate, which would change a 1% chance into a 1.5% chance. Well, it's better than nothing, and the 10% research speed is quite useful.
Anomaly found.
Another routine anomaly.
Special project complete.
Invisible Death. Our scientists have returned from the X-Van labs unscathed with footage collected from the facility's security cameras. It shows lab scientists bound and gagged as guerrilla soldiers pry open the weapon strongbox. But to their dismay, the box is empty. Only minutes later, the rebels can be seen writhing on the floor in intense agony, dark patches swelling across their bodies. Then their skin rips and a grey unidentifiable matter spills out. The matter continues to expand, swirling hypnotically around them, until one of the scientists activates the emergency system. Sprinklers douse the room in liquid and an electrical surge passes through it, executing all living things. Here, the footage ends. Our crew can confirm that the strongbox was indeed empty. Spooky. We have gained the nanomechanics research option and also 30% progress into that.
Technology secured.
Which apparently completed nanomechanics. Let's go with the powered exoskeletons, since it unlocks the robotic path. No, we don't need the robotic path. Geothermal fracking then. And this one is done, so let's send that one down there. Alien mural. While conducting surface scans of the Rookbat 1A, Science Officer Groundbuster and the crew of the CGB Caledorix discovered what appears to be an artificially carved slab of rock covered in alien writing. They have not detected any other signs of alien activity on the moon, and exactly how this mural came to be here is a mystery. We have prepared a special project to translate the text. Fascinating.
Situation log updated.
Let's research that immediately.
Anomaly found.
Routine anomaly, let's research that.
Technology secured.
We have completed the synaptic enhancers. Research speed plus 5%. Thought before action. Our mind will evolve to ever greater heights. Let's go with the specialized combat computers to get basic combat rolls.
Construction complete.
Move straight along to build an outpost there in Hantaron.
Special project complete.
Science Officer Groundbuster has managed to partially translate the alien mural discovered on Rockbat 1A. It is a memorial for an extinct alien race that once maintained a small interstellar empire in this region of the galaxy. They were apparently exterminated by the creators of the mural, a fact that they seem to regret. Given that the mural has been dated to be in excess of 300 million years old, it is likely that its creators are also extinct by now. Perhaps most interesting of all is the material that the mural was made of. Despite its age, it is in remarkably good condition. That is pretty impressive after more than 300 million years. Amazing. Groundbuster gains 200 experience, and we gain 142 engineering research. You need to go back to surveying. And I think that's a good spot to end the episode. So we'll continue this in the next one. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you then.